Welcome to this session where we're going to look at carboxylic acids and organic chemistry. So let's go over it. So looking at carboxylic acid. Alright. So under carboxylic acid, basically what you need to understand is the general structure of a carboxylic acid. So we discover that when you're dealing with carboxylic acid, they have a general structure of this kind. So you have carbon bonded to oxygen with a double bond there. Then we'll have OH, and this carbon can be connected to a certain arrow group, a certain chain. So this is the general structure of the carboxylic acid, and we discover that the functional group of this acid, functional group of carboxylic acid, when you're talking about a functional group, we are just talking about a group of atoms that determines the physical and chemical properties of a certain compound or molecule. So when you're dealing with the functional group of a carboxylic acid or alkanoic acid, the functional group is simply this chain, okay? It is just COOH. So this is the functional group. Or sometimes in other books you find that it is written like this, CO2H. It is just one and the same. So this and this, there is no difference. So this is what you need to understand. Now let me give an example. Let's say you have a certain structure, a certain carboxylic acid like this. So I'll say OH there. So what is the name of this carboxylic acid? So what you need to know is that the carboxylic acid has the highest priority in the periodic series or periodic table, okay? So when numbering the carbon, we start from 1. This chain cannot be a substituent, it's always the parent. So you start from the parent and you give it a certain smallest number, okay? Just like we were doing, we are selecting the parent compound and we are assigning the lowest carbon chain, okay? We are assigning the lowest number to the lowest carbon chain. So when you're dealing with this carboxylic acid, you need to find that, or you need to determine or assign rather a lowest number to this group. So definitely you start from the same group. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, this is 6. To make it interesting, let me put a certain group there. I have a methyl group there, right? 6. I have a methyl. So what would be the name? The methyl is at position number 5. So it would be 5 methyl. We've counted that there are 6 carbons. So it would be hexanoic acid. We won't include the position of the functional group, which is the carboxyl functional group. We won't include that because we know to say that for the carboxylic acid, it is always at position number 1. So no need to include the 1. Okay, let's have another example. Let's say I have this. So I have this structure. What could be the name of this acid? You see, there's only one carbon, so it will be methyl. This is an acid, so methanoic. It will be methanoic acid. One thing you need to understand is that the acid, if it is a prefix, the carboxylic acid, it carries the name carboxy. This is when it is a prefix. When it is a suffix, it is the oic acid. So it is very important for us to understand this. But this methanoic acid has a common name. The common name is known as formic acid. So whenever you see formic acid or methanoic acid, methanoic is a systematic name. The common name is formic acid. Let's look at another one. Okay, let's have another example. This is like that. Let me say it is connected to a certain methyl group. So how many carbons do we have? 1, 2. There are 2, right? So this is the ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Okay? If you number it 1, 2, there are just 2 carbons. So this is ethanoic acid. The name for ethanoic acid, the common name is actually acetic acid. It is known as acetic. Let's have another example. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 1. How am I counting? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have this structure. So what would be the name of this structure? Okay, what would be the name of this structure? So I'll count 1 carbon there, 2, 3, 4, there are 5. So this is the propanoic acid. So this is propanoic acid. The common name, it is the common name for this, not propanoic, sorry. It has 5, right? It has 5 carbons. So this is pentanoic acid. Okay, the common name for pentanoic acid is also known as a varoic acid. Okay. Okay, let's look at. Let me give another example. Let's say I have this OH 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say I have this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What would be the name of this acid? So it has 4. So this is the butanoic acid. Since butanoic acid, this is the systematic name. What is the common name? The common name is actually known as butyric acid. Okay, butyric acid. That is the common name of butanoic acid. It's actually butyric acid. Okay, so it is very important that we understand this. Let's have a ring structure of an acid. Let's have benzene, right? Benzene, it is of this kind. This is benzene. Let me put the functional group of an acid there. So this is benzene. Because it's an acid, it has an acid there. This will be benzoic acid. So it is very much important that we understand this, because we might be asked, what is this acid in this ring? Okay, sometimes a ring might be drawn in this format. A ring might be drawn in this way. It might be drawn in this way. Okay, like this. Then they even put, let's say it is like this. So let's say I have there, or it's like that. Then I even have a double bond there. What would be the name of this acid? Okay, so the name of this acid, you say, you just count. So 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, 3 carbon, right? This group is what we call phenyl. Okay, this group, when it is not attached directly to the acid, initially we looked at a previous example whereby this chain, the benzene, was attached directly to the functional group of an acid, but in this case it is not attached directly. Because it's not attached directly, it will be phenyl. Okay, so it won't be benzyl, it will be phenyl. So we need to indicate the position. It will be 3-phenyl. You see, we've counted how many carbons, 1, 2, 3. So this is the propanoic acid, right? So 3-phenyl propanoic. But you see, we have a double bond there as carbon number 2. So we are going to say propane. This is propene, right? So it is propane 2 in. We won't put E at the end. Instead we put oic, because we've said that is the suffix. So the name will be 3-phenyl prop 2 enoic acid. So this is how you get to find the nomenclature of acids. Thank you for watching. This is where we end with acids.